690 light-years from Earth, there is a world with a weather forecast. Every morning, clouds gather across its sky. Clouds made not of water, but of rock, vaporized, drifting mineral. And every night, they vanish. We know this. We measured it. It is the first daily weather report ever taken on a planet beyond our solar system. But here is the strange part. This forecast should never have existed, because for a decade, every instrument we pointed at this planet came back with the same message. This world is impossible. In 2014, a survey of the southern sky found something unusual in the faint constellation Microscopium. Two stars, circling each other at an immense distance, 2,700 times the gap between Earth and the Sun twins. Almost identical in size, in temperature, in age. And each one had its own secret. Each star carried a giant planet, a hot Jupiter, a gas giant orbiting absurdly close to its sun. A matched pair of stars with a matched pair of giants. Astronomers named the brighter star's planet WASP, 94AB, and it was strange from the very first measurement. It is larger than Jupiter, yet less than half its mass. A planet puffed up like heated glass. Its year lasts under 4 days, and like our moon locked to Earth, it always shows the same face to its star, which means that on this world, morning is not a time. Morning is a place. A permanent boundary, fixed on the planet's leading edge, where night has always just ended, forever. Then came the first anomaly. Planets are born inside a spinning disk of gas and dust, all of it turning the same way around a young star. So planets orbit in the direction their star rotates. It is one of the most basic rules of how solar systems form. WASP 94AB breaks it. When astronomers tracked the planet crossing the face of its star, the signature was unmistakable. This planet orbits backwards, retrograde, and tilted, its path inclined more than 120 degrees from the direction it should travel. Imagine every car on a highway flowing one way, except one, driving against the current, at an angle in the fast lane. A planet cannot form like this. Something, at some point in this system's history, threw this giant world off its rails, and it never recovered. The second anomaly was hiding in the twin. Remember, the companion star has its own hot Jupiter, racing around it every 2 days. Two identical stars, two giant planets. A mirror image. Except the mirror is broken. The two planets' orbits are inclined relative to each other, which means at least one of them is tilted against the plane of the entire system. Whatever chaos knocked WASP 94AB backwards, this system has seen violence twice. This is not a quiet family of worlds. It is a crime scene, 690 light-years wide, and the evidence was about to get stranger. But the third anomaly was the one that broke the models. When astronomers measured the planet's atmosphere, reading the starlight that filters through it, the numbers came back wrong. Not slightly wrong, absurdly wrong. The data implied an atmosphere loaded with oxygen and carbon at levels hundreds of times richer than Jupiter. No theory of planet formation allows that. You cannot build a gas giant from a disk of dust and end up with chemistry like this. The measurements were checked, repeated, confirmed, and they stayed impossible. For 10 years, WASP 94AB sat in the catalogs like an open wound. A planet whose own atmosphere appeared to violate the rules of how planets exist. Either our theories of planet formation were broken, or something about this planet was lying to us. In 2026, a team of astronomers decided to ask a different question. Not, what is this planet made of? But what if we can't see what it's made of? They turned the James Webb Space Telescope toward the planet and used a technique with a beautiful trick hidden inside it. When the planet crosses its star, starlight streams through the thin ring of its atmosphere. and that ring has two edges. The leading edge, where it is forever morning, and the trailing edge, where it is forever evening. Webb is sensitive enough to read each edge separately, morning and evening, measured as two different worlds. And when the team compared them, the two edges did not match. The morning side of the planet was veiled, wrapped in clouds of magnesium silicate, the same mineral family as sand, as Earth's own mantle. Rock, vaporized by 1200-degree heat, condensing into haze in the cold of the night side, swept by winds into the morning sky, and burned away to nothing by evening. Clouds of stone, forming and vanishing every single day. And here's what that meant. For 10 years, every measurement of this planet had been taken through that fog. The silicate haze was skewing every reading, inflating the chemistry, manufacturing an impossible world. The team rebuilt the models, this time with the clouds in them. The oxygen and carbon collapsed from 100 times Jupiter to 5. Exactly what planet formation predicts. The planet never lied. It was never impossible. We were reading its story through a veil of vaporized rock, and we didn't know the veil was there. And that is the part of this story that should keep astronomers up at night. Because WASP 94AB is not special. Clouds are everywhere. Almost every world we study has them. And until now, we have had no reliable way to know when they were quietly bending our data. Every exoplanet atmosphere we have ever measured carries this question mark, including the small, temperate worlds where we search for the chemistry of life. A biosignature seen through unaccounted fog might be an illusion, and a dead-looking world might just be cloudy. The technique pioneered here, reading morning and evening as separate skies, is now a tool for defogging the entire field. One backwards planet, in one broken mirror system, just taught us how to see clearly. Tonight, 690 light-years away, the evening sky of WASP 94AB is clearing, the last stone clouds burning off into a darkness lit by two suns. By morning, they will be back. They were forming and vanishing for billions of years before we noticed. They will continue long after. The universe does not perform for us. But for the first time in human history, we can check the forecast. If you want to be here the next time a world breaks the rules and teaches us something by breaking them, subscribe. The orbit is hostile. The view is worth it.